Yeah, buddy. First episode. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I'm with my boy Mark. I'm Robbie.
How you doing?
Episode 1. Let's get it. Dude, I'm excited. We finally got it. Dude, how long have we been trying to do this for now, I feel like?
I don't know, probably like 2. I mean, so we came up with the idea like right after camp.
Yeah.
And camp, so like we're in ROTC, we're gonna be like in the Army and stuff, and we have to do this training for like a month and a half long. And then that's how Robbie and I met, was at this camp. And
We're bunkmates.
Yep.
Or across from each other, and I wake up seeing your ass.
Yeah. And then so it just clicked, and then after we were like, don't want to like lose touch or anything, and we just had a really good, idea to start this podcast to talk about things that are really like anything that we find interesting, or things that are like really popping off going on in like social media or like in the news or anything, and then just sort of put our opinions about it, get a good laugh in, make some jokes, whatever,
Oh yeah,
man. I don't know. I think this is one of like the first things. I think it's really funny about how the Paul brothers, like Jake and Logan Paul,
yeah,
are all of a sudden like turning into like these like boxing stars,
dude.
And
how long was like Jake training for? Like what, 3 or 4?
Yeah, something
That's
crazy.
Like he's progressed like fast. Like holy shit.
Yeah, he has. And the thing is like, I think a big thing that has to do with it is like their money situation. You know what I mean? They can get the best of the best kind of trainers.
Oh yeah.
And get that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but what's crazy is that if you look at who he's fought, honestly, until like now, he hasn't really fought. Besides, he fought Andrew Silva, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Before that fight, I don't think he's really fought anybody that's been like an actual fighter.
No.
He's fought other YouTubers, but that doesn't make you a boxer. But now, he's calling out Paddy Pimblett, and he called out Andrew Tate to fight.
Dude, I want to see that one, dude. Because Andrew Tate was like, bro, because even he was like, dude, like, you don't fight. Like, you're, like, there are boxers out there that aren't making shit right now, but they will absolutely kick the shit out of you. And it was kind of going on saying, like, it's like, don't get me wrong, like, it's a business, like, they're going to make a fuck ton of money,
Oh, yeah.
But I just remember, Andrew Tate, just like saying, oh yeah, everyone sees this, money making, when you're boxing shit, and he's like, dude, there are guys that have been training for so long, winning, and they're just sometimes it's like not the lifestyle. Like there are guys that don't have a lot and they're good at boxing, and it's like, damn, like just put things into it. Yeah.
Like, whenever... Let me look it up real quick. Paddy Pimblett, when he won his last big fight,
Yep.
it was not a lot of money.
No.
Like what you think it is. So he earned a first round TKO against Luigi Vendram. I can't say his last name. It's a Vendramini. I think that's how you say it. And made that was after a couple other big wins, right?
Right.
He made $94K off of that, which is like a lot of money. It really is. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But but like, I don't know. It keeps increasing because he keeps winning. But like his very first fight or something like that, he wasn't even close to like the kind of money that he earned off of that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is like true, but then you got someone like Jake Paul that already makes a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's calling out these kind of people that this is their lifestyle just because he wants to try to prove to people that he's a boxer. Like, I feel like he should just call out a boxer.
Yeah.
Rather than a kickboxer and a UFC fighter.
Mm-hmm. I don't really follow like a lot of that because it's just, again, like, I don't know. You know, I never really got into that.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I do laugh my ass off when the whole like TikTok and fucking YouTubers go at it. It's so funny because like
it's really hilarious, honestly.
Well, like I'm just watching all the fights and it's just like a bunch of like, you know, the hair and shit, you know, just like that typical look, and it just looks like they're just like just chicken fighting on the fucking boxing match. It's like, dude.
Well, these aren't so like the fights aren't like they're sanctioned fights through like different kind of organizations that like just are like try to get out like post content and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's not like it's not like through like the a boxing federation or UFC or anything, like any kind of federation like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, who was it? Who did Mike Tyson fight last? Like, remember when they did like that? Like, I can't remember his name.
You last what? When
his last fight.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, I forgot to.
It was versus
last match was Kevin McBride, was it?
Was that it?
Wait, no, hang on. So Mike Tyson called it a day on his professional.
It was Roy Jones Jr. who I'm thinking about.
Oh, well then who am I? Wait, what am I reading then?
And it was
You sure?
But anyway, like these, yeah. Well, that's the fight that I was thinking about.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Like the people that like hosted that, were the same people that sponsored the fight with Paul brothers.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So I just think it's like not more like as like official as, you know, Eddie Pimblett or like Conor McGregor fighting in the UFC.
Dude,
that's my opinion though.
Remember that match when it was Mayweather and McGregor back in like 2017?
Yeah,
McGregor went over to boxing. That was big. I mean, like the match itself was like it was okay, but I remember the hype and the build-up was just insane. I was like,
it was a big, yeah.
And I was never honestly into like pay-per-view, all that stuff watching. I was like, dude, like, I want to watch this. Like, I like this is gonna be good. And yeah, like it's funny because you could tell McGregor he wanted to do some MMA stuff sometimes, and say, hey, like, you can't do that.
He's out of his element.
yeah. But
then also like McGregor, like a lot of people paid to watch that because they either wanted to watch McGregor win or wanted to watch McGregor get his ass kicked.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
And
like
regardless, they both made shit tons of money from that.
Dude,
it's like it was
they're probably cool with each other too. After I mean, they know it's a business. And it's like,
Exactly.
what was it like? It was also like, it wasn't just a match. Like Mayweather, like it wasn't just about him winning. It was about, saving boxing too. You don't want a guy coming in, from MMA just, kicking your ass and just showing that, oh yeah, boxing's easy. You know what I mean?
He had a bigger reputation.
Yeah. So
on it
I would say
rather
that Mayweather would have lost more if he lost rather than McGregor losing. I like McGregor lost, but I don't think he lost that much compared to what Mayweather would have lost.
Agreed.
So yeah. But anyways, man, recently, big topic has come up in the fitness industry.
Yes.
Primals. Barbarians.
Yo, this man.
What are your thoughts, man?
So, and a lot of people can say this. Right from the bat, I knew that man was lying.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Obviously.
No way.
I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious, right?
no.
And
No.
you can't, a man can't tell someone else to be like, eat testicles and go work out and you'll get jacked. Yet, like, I know that there's like perks to eating red meats and like being like having it be blue, which is like not cooked or like rare, whatever, right? But eating red meats typically.
Yeah.
But you can't be eating like all this kind of shit.
It just,
And
he's drinking
and then
blood.
having
It's
be
like,
yeah.
didn't he take like
having
what,
be
50
so
shots of like
jacked.
blood or something?
Something like that. Something crazy.
It's just on the video, just down, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
And be so jacked and then be like, this is all natural. Like, this is just because, I do this primal ancestor living. No, you don't.
No, it's, dude,
You shoot up with HGH and Tren and D-Ball.
primal ancestral stuff, dude. You're on social media. It's like, it just, and then, but the thing is, the biggest thing that everyone's kind of, getting their attention grabbed is his apology. A lot of people didn't really take it that well, because a couple things is that people felt that he didn't really give a shit. He was apologizing because he got caught. He's like,
Exactly.
I might as well apologize now. And the thing is, if you notice, when you're watching the video, you can tell he's like he's reading something. He keeps looking down as if he forgets to just, apologize, right?
Yeah, because it's not... say he never got caught, this whole primal ancestor thing that he was going with would have kept... Like, that would have been his thing all the way through.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's a smart dude, right? It's business, like, it's, it's the way it goes. But it's just like, I don't know. I just, like, personally, just overall, with anyone, listen, I don't care if you're taking steroids. Like, I don't care.
Each their own.
The thing
You know what I
is,
mean? Like-
like, the thing is that if you have that body and you're using steroids, but you're telling the youth, kids who look up to you that
it's all natural.
you can, it's all natural. It's like you're just telling them it's not true,
That's the whole thing with like these influencers with like fitness and everything, and then like he's a good example that it's tainting and like leading the youth to a lot of misinformation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these people get these wrong thoughts in their mind and thinking, oh, this is what I got to do to look like that.
Yeah. It's
When in fact, you said this before the podcast started that he got ab implants. You know what I mean?
that was on
man has
was it was either on Impulsive or the Full Send podcast. I think it was Impulsive. But he's sitting there and they're just he's like bending over and shit, and they just don't move. If you look at the pictures, They don't move. When he flexes, they're the same. When he eats, it's just like his stomach gets even more, and they're still there. It's like,
yeah, his stomach literally curves out like this.
Dude,
and they're six pack, like you can count them. And I'm like, no, that's not like. It's very, very, very obvious when people do steroids. Like you can look at their traps.
Yeah.
You can look at their calves.
Yeah.
You know, his skin looked like leather.
Yeah, dude, you notice that too. People's skin, like, it looks like, what was it, like rough or grainy, or I can't figure out. It just it looks
really rough.
Yeah, it just, you can tell, especially when they're wearing the tank tops. Like, dude, like, you're on some shit, like it's just like he said what, like, well, he said it was what, like 10K implant. What the fuck?
I don't want it that bad, right? Like abs would be cool. I don't want it that bad.
No, I feel like that would hurt.
I got that kind of money.
You think he like feels a pinch when the ab implant if he like bends over and like they just kind of pinch his skin when he bends over?
I don't even know what like goes in there to make it like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like I don't
just
know what
metal.
He's
at this point he's wearing a vest. He's wearing a vest. He doesn't need a vest. He's already wearing one. He's jacked. But
that's insane. Like it just doesn't make sense.
I just thought
the thing that really like irks me about the whole thing though is that he built this whole like not empire, but he built this whole brand for himself.
Yeah.
Right? He built this whole thing about working out, whatever, doing all this stuff. And started pushing out supplements and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But claiming to be natural. That's like
it's
where
my ancestor shit. Yeah.
That's the thing. And then got caught for it, and then gave a half-ass apology for it.
Yeah.
You know, so the TikTok guy, everyone calls him Daddy Null.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
He gives lifting advice. He gives advice on how to be healthy and shit like that. He talks about how to take your pre-workout, how to take creatine. But he comes straight out and says, I'm not natural. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
He's not.
I know,
you look at that guy and say he's not natural.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm not natural. And that's more respect for him.
Dude, yeah.
I'll listen to that guy.
Yeah, because he's real. Well,
yeah.
The thing is when it's like when I feel like when someone is pushing so hard, I'm natural. Like, the more you tell me you're natural, I feel like you're not. Like, listen, like, if you just keep to yourself and you just do the work, I don't care what you're on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
and natural people don't have to claim that they're natural.
Exactly.
I've never heard someone be natural. I've seen jacked people. I've seen jacked up people.
Mm-hmm.
But you can look at them and be like, yeah, I think you're natural. You know what I mean? And especially like the people who know what the signs to look for it, like if someone's on steroids or not.
I mean, to be honest, like in my opinion, I don't really think it matters if you're natural now. Like, you do what you want to do. If you feel that steroids is the best for your option to be the person that you want to be, right, for your health or whatever, go for it. I don't care. Right. You know what I mean? I just think it's one thing. I think it's just different is when you're that person, on steroids, right? And then now you're trying to use it as a business and trying to, building, a youth, right, of people under you, thinking that you're natural. And it's just like you're just milking out that money. It's like,
Exactly.
Like, listen, like, let's be honest, like, I don't want to do it. I don't intend to do it. I have, naturally just bad acne. So I know I'm going to get marked up everywhere, like scarred. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit. But if I ever do, I'm going to be honest with you, like, yeah. And you know what? So what? Right? But,
yeah.
Yeah. But that is the one thing that I'm like, I was like always kind of like scared about. I'm like, dude, like, because I've seen young guys with like just aftermath of steroids and their backs and chest, the acne. It's not even acne. It's not even acne at that point. It's just red and purple scars. It's like holy.
I mean, look at fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at that guy in his prime.
Yeah.
I mean, you could fucking throw quarters at him and it would bounce off his chest.
Yeah.
And now they just sag down. I mean, he's still jacked and strong.
Oh,
and he still
yeah,
works
yeah.
out. But I mean, that's just a prime example of the before and after of doing steroids.
Well, the thing is,
you can't say, no one can say that guy was not on steroids.
Oh no! But the thing is, speaking of Arnold, what about Ronnie Coleman?
I mean, that's another guy. Like, but he's never claimed to be has he claimed to be natural?
Oh, look him up, dude. Look,
Can't.
No.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. Oh, well, the aftermath of being on steroids and shit.
Yeah, just look him up. He was a bodybuilder. I forgot. Was it?
Yeah.
7-time or dude? Oh, totally.
He was he was bodybuilder and then became a cop and shit. But,
yeah. His documentary, dude. He's on crutches, and they're asking him because now he's got pins in his spine, and because like obviously when you're done, with that life, you're not going to keep taking steroids, right? And soon like your body's just going to start like weighing down on itself, and it's just like his spine. Now he's got those 2 pins in his back, and they asked him in the documentary, they're like, so how much pain do you feel every day out of 10? And he said probably about 8 or 9 every day. Just, dude, can you imagine that pain in your lower back constantly?
I don't know.
But the thing that I have that I actually have like respect about for these guys that bodybuild is that when they're old and they're done and they're in pain, if you ask them, would you do it again? They would say absolutely, because that was them. And the thing is that the difference between those guys and these influencers, whatever, these bodybuilders, professional, they're not hiding it. You know what I mean? Like, they're not hiding it. They're there to compete and win, right? And obviously, yes, you have to take steroids now, right, for bodybuilding, right, to be in that shit. But
you got it.
But they're interviewing Jay Cutler, and because he beat Ronnie, and he wasn't really satisfied. It's like, why are you not satisfied? You beat the king. He's like, yeah, I beat the king when he wasn't in his prime. Like, he knew he was going to win, but he's like, yeah, but I didn't beat Ronnie when he was at his best. And the thing is that he was talking to Jay Cutler, and he was like, if you had to ask Ronnie, would you do it all over again? He would say, absolutely. Like it was worth it. Like, Ronnie was the guy who was in pain. Like, right now, in pain, I mean, I don't know if he's in pain right now, but during the documentary, on crutches, going in for, checkups and, constantly in pain, walking around, limping, crutches, and just, he was never complaining. He would never complain. He was such a humble guy because he knew in the end, and looking back, it was all worth it. And that's why I have more respect for guys that are on steroids that are just honest. Or it's like they don't have to tell me. But
they're not promoting. They're not. Exactly.
Yeah, they're not.
You don't got to say it. You don't got to be like, you don't got to be like, hey, this is like what I do, whatever. But the fact that you're just not claiming to be natural, I have more respect for that rather than the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there's no shame. No shame.
No, there's no shame in it.
Yeah.
But that guy, just ridiculous about what that whole thing was.
Well, isn't he's like the new Michael Hearn? You know who that is or no?
Name sounds familiar. I was trying to remember, but
because he claims he's natty, he's clearly not. He's not. But it is so funny.
What's his name?
Mike O'Hearn. So Mike and then O, Apostrophe Hearn, I think.
Michael Hearn.
He's put in Michael Hearn. But there's a video of him falling off the stage.
There's no way.
Hey, yo, real quick, just watch the video of him where he's walking on stage and he falls off. It should be like one of the first things that honestly pops up if you type his name in. It's hilarious. He's like on a stage and he's like waving with the shirt off, right? And he doesn't see the stage and he just goes and he just falls, and it's hilarious because he's like just buff dude, stiff. Are you watching it?
Yeah, hold on, I just found it.
Leave the rest of the prep to the.
No, it's okay. You can play it out loud, yeah.
Yeah. All right, hold on. It is coming up.
And then he gets up, acts like nothing happened, and just keeps waving. Dude, I can't see it. All I can hear is the music. That's hilarious.
Bro, that shit's so funny.
Oh my god, dude.
He just walks and then he just goes, ooh.
It's funny because just buff dudes, when they're falling or jumping in a pool, it is the funniest shit ever.
It's not graceful.
Because
it's not graceful at all.
Dude, he could have hurt himself. Like, dude, when you're that big, it is so. It's funny. It's funny. People think that dude is indestructible. Like, people that big are like indestructible. They're tough, dude. When you are that big,
they're more fragile than
you are more fragile, and it's hilarious, dude. I mean,
I don't know if you know this, but like, so when people do steroids, the steroids, like quicken or like hyper up like the muscle growth, like your pec growth or whatever, not the tendon growth.
Oh, really?
Tendons stay the same. Yeah.
Oh.
So if I'm like doing like shoulder flies, building my shoulder muscles naturally, it builds your shoulders, right?
Yeah.
Builds your tendons, builds your muscles, builds your ligaments, everything. But you're injecting steroids, it's gonna focus on the muscle, right? So like I can get massive pecs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my tendons that hold the pec together are still like this small, even though my pec muscle's this big.
Damn. I don't know that.
So you know the guy, the video where he's like incline bench pressing 315 and his pec shoots over like this?
Yeah.
That's because his muscle, his tendons and his ligaments and shit are so much smaller that they can't hold the muscle. So
Damn.
that's why they're more fragile. So like when big guys, like what you're saying, when they fall, like Michael Hare just did.
I don't know how he didn't break a leg.
He's probably in a lot of pain.
He's like, ah!
Yo, that's so funny,
dude. And then they asked him, because he was getting interviewed, and there's two things, and I'm gonna bring up for the interview when he was getting interviewed. They asked about that. Oh, what happens? Oh, well, usually, bodybuilding stages, they're this long and this wide, right? This one was a smaller stage. It's like, how the fuck do you know? Like, what?
You can't.
Like he's just trying to he's just trying to get too like technical and shit. Yeah, I just didn't take the right amount of steps. I took too many steps. And then he said, yeah, and also too the stage light. Which I understand. You're blinded and you can't see, but
That's true.
It's funny how he's just waving, and then it just goes from waving to just like free fall, and then he said, yeah, and after that, I got up and started walking around with the with the audience, like through the rows, and kind of giving the high fives as if it was like it was all part of the act. I'm like, just say you fall, dude. Well, come on, it's okay. And the best part is when you hear everyone, oh, just seeing him rise up from the dark too, like. And then on top of that, they asked him, so you're natural? Like, yes, of course. They get on that topic, right? He's like, so what are you taking, right? He says this: duck eggs. And then he says this. Carbohydrates. So, okay, so carbs. Like I'm like, I don't know why it like bugged me. I'm like, why are you saying carbohydrates? Like trying to sound all fancy, just carbs. But he was like, just kind of sitting like, he's like, just duck eggs and a couple.
Like he's some sophisticated.
He's like, duck eggs and carbohydrates. I'm like, he's like, oh really? He's like, yes. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, okay. Bro.
Duck eggs. Yo, you know that means I gotta get some duck eggs, man.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm gonna go get some.
What are you getting?
Duck eggs and carbohydrates. I'm trying to get fucking big like that. That's the secret.
The next episode, I'm just gonna have a bowl of duck eggs. It's my bulking season, boys. Oh my god! Wait, duck eggs. I've never had a duck egg. Have you?
I'm sure it can't be. No, but I'm sure it can't be too much different than a fucking like chicken.
Yeah, like what?
But I don't know though. I've never had one.
I don't know either. Apparently they're magical. You know. I'm like, it's like I'm like, Michael Hearn. Are you sure? Are you sure there's nothing in the duck eggs that you're putting in?
Yeah.
Or someone else is putting in. Dude, what if he was being fooled this entire time? Someone's like dribbling. Someone's like dribbling some like some shit in his duck eggs. He's eating. He's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're fucking putting all like the fucking like steroids and shit into his duck eggs and carbohydrates, and they're like, oh hey, go over there real quick, and they're like, and he's like, oh this is delicious, guys, I'm all natural.
The next day, just gets out of bed. Dude. So going back real quick. So going back to Liver King, right?
Yeah,
real quick.
Yeah.
So yesterday, my friends and I, we went to Janchi. I don't know. So Janchi is just some local restaurant in my town, and it's all you can eat.
By the way, I'm in New York, and he's in California.
Oh,
we don't
yes.
live in the same state.
Yeah. So
forgot to mention that part.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Anyways, so you're not gonna know like honestly half of the stuff I talk about here, but anyways,
right, so I'm here for it.
I mean, you probably have like all you can eat, Korean barbecue, right? Somewhere.
No.
All right. Well, anyways, dude, bro, it's New York. No. So we have so Korean barbecue, all you can eat. So it's just meat, right? And like they take it raw, you know, like they bring it to you like raw, so you can cook it, and it's fun, you know. It's all you can eat. I think it's like $40. Well,
you cook it?
Yeah, we cook it. Yeah. There's just
shit. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, there's like a little grill bowl in the middle. You know, all the boys just triple this, triple that. You know, like beef bulgogi and ribeye and everything. They bring it to you raw, right, and you cook it, and you dump it in, and you cook it, and then you start serving it to yourselves. And it's like it's like $36. You know, tip if you know you're happy, you know, that day or satisfied. You know, it's $40. You know, and we're making jokes because we're talking about Liver King still. Like, it's like just, I'm like, dude, I can see the Liver King here just ordering all this raw stuff and not cooking it and just eating it.
Yeah, he's like, can I get this? And he's
They're like, they probably say, sir, no, like, you're going to sue us if you get sick. Like, no. It's like, sir, this is not steak. This is chicken that you have to cook.
My ancestors didn't.
We're just talking. We just hear in the background, primals.
Good afternoon, primals.
Liver King out.
I think I'd get scared if I heard that.
I would too.
If I generally heard that.
If I just heard like behind my ear, primals. Like a whisper. Just in like just in like some library. Primals.
You're studying for your finals.
Dude. Oh my God. Never came out.
Best thing is education. Our ancestors.
Primals. Oh. Oh my God, dude.
It's so funny.
Dude,
All right.
bodybuilders are fun. Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you something.
All right. Oh, hang on. You said it. You said it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I love that guy.
Dude, it's so funny. Not so funny. All right,
Uh-oh.
So this has really been popping off on
Oh, yeah.
TikTok a lot,
Mm-hmm.
news a lot. So I don't know if you've heard over in Idaho
I did.
Murder that happened.
I don't know a lot about it. I know about. I heard about it, but you know more, so I'll let you take the floor.
It was like 3-4 people. I think it was like 4 people, right?
Yeah, I think it was 4.
4 people got murdered, right? And like brutally murdered.
Stabbed, right?
Yeah.
In their
like,
sleep.
Yeah. I think like they were asleep, and then they like fought right once they like realized what was to as much as they could. But here's the thing that's crazy, is that the shit doesn't add up. Right? The shit doesn't add up. So it's a 3-story house, 2 on the bottom, 2 in the middle, 2 on the top. The murders happened on the top floor and the middle floor. Right? The 2 people that survived were on the bottom floor that you need to enter in. Right? So it doesn't make sense to me that, like, out of all people who are going to be murdered, you think it'd possibly be either all 6 of them or the people on the first and the second floor. Right?
Yeah.
But then also, like, if you think about it, the 2 girls that survived said they slept through the whole entire thing. They didn't know that their friends got murdered. Not until later in the afternoon. They said that they slept through the whole thing. One of the girls on the bottom floor has a dog, and the dog slept through the whole thing. Like, that doesn't add up.
And you said they actually started to fight upstairs when they realized what was happening.
Yeah.
So there was noise and shit going on.
Yeah. They suspect it's a guy that did the murders.
Yeah.
And they said that 2 of them put up a fight. And one of the guys that got murdered was another. One of the people that got murdered was another guy.
Oh,
so
wait. So
me that guy?
It was a guy and
It was a guy and 3 girls, I think.
that got murdered.
They got murdered, and one of them, like, they said that, like, this was like the people that were on the scene said that this was like the worst murder scene that they've ever seen, like some like Stephen Hawking movie gruesome shit. Like you got to look this up, dude.
Yeah,
because like blood was seeping out of the foundation to the outside of the house.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and you're telling me that 2 girls slept through all of that? You're telling, like, 2 guys putting up a fighting, and one of them was fighting for his life. You're gonna hear that. He's a big guy, right? He was a bigger guy. He was like probably like 6 foot something, probably weighed like 200 some pounds.
Yeah, and like
bigger guy.
The dog too. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, how does a dog sleep through all that?
Like, I don't. The thing is, like, so it was a 3-story. You said, right?
Yep.
And there was no way that the person was able to climb up to the top and start his way up, or
they said that there was no there was no signs of forced entry.
A window that was open, nothing.
They said that there's no signs of someone, like, because there was also snow on the ground.
Yeah.
So there's no weird trails going up to the house. There's no, like, anything out of the ordinary.
Do you think?
And that's.
Well, they don't know who obviously this person is yet. Do you think they might have been targeted? Like, I'm gonna just, like I'm here for these, what you said, 4 people, not
Maybe.
these people. I'm going upstairs. I know where that, where they're sleeping. I don't know,
Could-
but that's
that
still
could be a
weird.
possibility.
That's still weird though. Like,
What's even weirder is that I saw a TikTok video of a neighbor. The neighbor was recording outside, and it was the girl. Her name's Xana, I think.
the
I
one
think that's how you pronounce it.
downstairs.
Xana. No, she was on the second floor,
Okay.
screaming, "Stop! Leave me alone!"
Oh, and she died.
And she died. But the neighbor in another house heard that. But the girls downstairs couldn't hear that. Dude, there's so much to this story. Like, I can keep going on and on about this, but like phone calls were made from 2:30 to 2:50 to one of the boyfriends, called 20 times or something like that. And 2 of the people that got murdered left the house at 9 p.m., went to a frat party because the guy was a part of a frat,
Yeah.
left the frat party at 10 p.m., and then somehow magically they all appeared to the house at the same time.
That's weird.
There's so much to this story that doesn't make any sense at all.
When I first heard it, I thought they all got stabbed in their sleep. I didn't know they were starting to fight for their lives. But the weird thing is, was it individual fights, one-on-one, or was it like they all realized what was going on and they all try to fight together?
No, I think it was individual.
Okay. Oh, so he would focus on. Wait, but weren't they in the same rooms? I thought at least
two of the girls were in the same room.
So they
I don't know if that's
probably were
because they got
both trying to
spooked
fight.
or something, but
and he's still on the loose,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, no, they don't know who it is.
They're not.
They have no one has people are suspecting that the 2 girls are involved. People think that the boyfriend, that the one girlfriend called 20 times, is involved. And then there's speculation because 2 of the girls went to a taco truck or a food truck down where they were partying, and there was some guy acting super suspicious around them. Now, mind you, that they were all drinking and fucked up and stuff. But he's trying to talk to him, making weird gestures to other people, and it's such a deep rabbit hole that you can go down on this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can just follow this trail, and people make so many speculations about it, and it's so crazy.
Damn, dude.
But they think it's this random guy on the street. They think it's the girls. They think it's the boyfriend, but nothing.
That's
So we had no idea.
that's
They
like
didn't
some
call the
creepy
police
shit.
until the afternoon. They didn't report it till the afternoon. There's blood seeping out the foundation, and you don't know that your friend what?
Yeah, that's what? You're telling me that they didn't go upstairs at all?
Yeah, I live in a different apartment, but I used to live with 5 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
5?
hear-
Jesus.
Yeah, myself and 5 other people. Fucking
6?
yeah. Don't recommend it.
No.
Do not recommend it.
It's already bad with
But-
just fucking 4 of us.
Yeah, but you could hear every single thing that happened in that house. Walking up and down stairs, someone trips and falls, something someone drops something. You could hear everything in that house. Now, you can say, "Oh, the house is built differently or whatever," but someone's getting murdered. That's different than having a normal conversation how I'm talking right
Yeah. Did it show? Were you able to see the reactions of the 2 girls, or no?
No, I haven't seen anything like that yet. Hold on. No, I haven't seen anything like that. I haven't seen. It's just all like some pictures and like everything that they're like releasing out to like the public.
Yeah.
You know? But no, I haven't seen any like actual conversations yet about it.
I mean, they're
those are like publicly like.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely getting questioned like that.
They gotta be.
That's just weird.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Does not make sense.
Yeah.
Does not make sense about that kind of shit.
Well, Mark, we gotta keep you on that news updates.
Oh, trust me.
Hey,
it's not gonna be a problem.
We're gonna have you our news guy, Mark of the News. You get your little segment of news. All right, Mark, there you go.
I'll go get a clip on tie and I'll clip it on for the news part of it.
Just duck. Bow tie. All right. Mark of the News.
No, dude, it's just crazy. Like that kind of stuff just is wild.
That's just like
blows my mind.
It's scary.
No,
especially when you're with roommates, and it's like you would think, like how many were there in that house? The two girls downstairs, and then
two people on the next floor, and 2 people on the top floor.
6. There are 6 people in the house. You're thinking, ain't nothing gonna happen. We're good. That's just weird. It's like talk about not having trust. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're on the top, and you're probably thinking, I'm the safest because they got to go through the first floor and the second floor. What the fuck?
Yeah. So when I lived in that house of 5 other guys, yeah. So there was 4 of us on the second floor and 2 on the top. Now, one time, we were all, like, they were all making breakfast. It was like a Saturday. We were all just sort of shooting the shit, like, talking. And my mom called me. And so I go up and I'm talking to my mom. And we're on the phone. And my buddy comes and bursts in my room. He goes, you need to get downstairs right now. Because I heard the door. I could hear the door, like, someone, like, hit the door open really hard.
Oh, shit.
Right? And some guy came into our house and was like, yo, you gotta hide us. You gotta hide it. You gotta hide. I'm running from the police. And we're all like, get out. Like, get out of our house.
Get out, dude.
Like, he's like, no, I'll pay you. And, like, we're all like, we all hunt and we all, like, are into, like, that kind of, like, stuff. So we all have, like, things that we use for hunting. And my buddy runs up and he's like, you gotta go get your stuff. Like, there's some guy that's running from the cops right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I, like, hang up and I, like, go down and I talk to him. And by the time I got down there, the guy already left. But, like, what's crazy about that, too, is that where our house was located, there was 4 houses around us. So just, like, on the block, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were the only guy house on that block. Other 4 houses that were around us filled with girls. Like, it was like the soccer team, the gymnastics team. It was like a sorority house, right? Filled with girls. We were the only house that had got that were full of guys. So, like, crazy that he ran into our house. But also, like, we called the police. We're like, hey, some guy just came into our house. He didn't break in because we had the door unlocked because it was like 10:30, 11 in the morning. So we're like, there's really no need to have our doors all locked up, right?
Yeah.
But we called the police. They come over. We're like, yeah, gave him the description and everything like that. And then they're like, okay, cool, thanks. We'll come back in a couple hours and follow up. And then did nothing about it. Nothing.
Dang.
We called them and we called the police again. We're like, hey, we called about this, like, guy, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, yeah, we're handling it. Thanks. Never heard anything from it again.
That's weird.
Crazy world, man.
That's
Crazy
weird, man.
World.
Dang.
Crazy world we live in.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that's just... The thing is that I just can't imagine that happening, like, with me and my roommates. It's crazy. Who'd have thought that being, like... Who would have thought that if you're one of those girls or that guy, who would have thought that you would have had that night?
Yeah.
That's just sad.
You go out, you're going out, normal night, chilling with your friends and shit, and then it's crazy. Like, there's crazy things that I hear happen, and I'm like, because, like, I don't know, I get weird with it, but, like,
Yeah.
I'm locking my doors, I'm locking my windows, I'm double-checking everything that's happening before I fucking lay down.
Dude, yeah, I don't...
Like, that ain't happening.
It's a crazy world, man.
It is, really.
Dude, I can't... Thing is... One thing... I can't believe it's already the holidays.
Yeah. Really
It was just it was just Halloween. And now like what, 2 weeks started Christmas. Or like or something like that.
It's like no, literally I think it's like 15 days because we're recording on the 10th right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna try to upload this as soon as possible, but yeah.
Yeah, so 15 days.
Dude,
from when
I
can't believe, like, just the start of the semester and just like going into it, like, you don't think about it. Like, when you're in it, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna be here for 4 months or whatever. Gotta do all this stuff, and then you literally blink, and now, I'm doing laundry, getting my bags packed to go down and visit my family.
It went fast, man.
Yeah. So what are you doing? What are you doing for the holidays? Are you going? Your family just lives in the same, like, also lives in California, right? So you can just drive home.
Yeah, I'm already home. Well, not right now, but I'm like 20 minutes away. So.
Oh, are you really? Like, from where? Like, so how far is where your college is to where you live?
It's like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's chill. Dude, on the next episode, I'm wearing my Santa hat. I got to get very Christmassy. I'm going to have my mug of my eggnog. We got to get festival in here.
Absolutely. You know what I'm also really excited about with this break?
What's up?
I get to grow my beard now.
Dude, yeah. I might
grow my beard now.
I might shave, though. I don't know. I've been having this for a while now.
You've been rocking the mustache. You've been rocking the mustache for a while.
I have, dude. I have. So, looking good. Oh,
dude, we gotta let our friends from Kentucky. We gotta let the people from camp know that we just recorded our first episode of our podcast.
Dude, I know. I'm down. Let's do it.
Yep. But dude, I'm excited. So part of my family. So I only live like 2.5 hours away from where I live in New York. I can pop down there early in the morning, spend a weekend with my family that lives here.
Yeah.
So I get to see them. So it's nice.
That's cool.
But a lot of my family lives in Florida. Like, it's split half and half, like where my family lives.
Yeah.
So for some parts of break, like when I get a long break like this, I get to spend some of it down with my family down in Florida, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going to be going for a little bit, is to go visit some family, and I get to grow the nice thick Italian beard again.
Right. You were always growing it in camp. I don't know how you never got yelled at.
I get yelled at. I get yelled at more here at my ROTC program.
Really?
About having stubble on my face than I did at camp.
I mean, in the field, it's like they care less.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
I just threw a lot of face paint on, so they couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, like, the face paint will get in your pores too, so it just always looked like,
Yeah.
But I think the funniest part is that when I was growing the stash out, when we were at Tent City, I would hear an NCO, "Hey, you with stash." I'm like, "Oh no, like here we go." You know what I mean? I turn around, like, "You better shave that shit off, Mike." "Yes, Sergeant."
Bro, everyone hates the mustache.
Yeah, I mean, like with like the regulations, I can see why. It just, I just wish it was a normal stash sometimes. It is what it is. Hey man, well, I think we're out of top. What?
Yeah, I think we're sort of getting to a good stopping point here.
Yeah, man.
I think maybe here soon we will reconnect, topics,
get some more juicy topics. We're gonna be staying on Liver King. We're gonna be staying on. Hey, maybe we can start some things where we can, start, picking on some, potential influencers, natty influencers, coming up.
We'll figure some stuff out. Yeah,
we're gonna keep you. Sure. We're gonna keep you with the daily news. Mark with the news.
Absolutely.
We're a tie when you give the news.
This Idaho stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, thank you everyone for listening and watching this podcast. Let me tell you something. Mark and I are here to stay. There's only one way, and that's going up, baby. Thank you. Catch us on the next time. Yeah, buddy.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
Your mom's favorite podcast. Peace.